Welcome to Sports for Supper on the Medina Valley Broadcast Network. Sports for Supper, a look at what's happening in area sports. And now, the co-hosts of Sports for Supper, Maury Stein and Jared Lucky.
Good evening and welcome to another episode of Sports for Supper. I'll be your host this evening, Jeff. In place of, let's see, hopefully we got all of our sound and everything going well. But I'll be here in place of Jared Lucky tonight, and Maury Stein will be joining us in a little while. What a lot of action we've had going on here since our last episode. A lot of action and a lot of positive action as well. We have moved into 6A ranks as we discussed in the last episode, and looking forward to what that brings in the next few weeks as the football team for the 6A playoffs. We're thrilled about that, and gives us a lot to talk about this evening. And joining us this evening is the Panther Athletic Director. Doesn't look like we're broadcasting, Coach. Not enough reception. Well, we're going to go ahead and record it, and then we will play it back later. So let's go ahead and record it. Yes. All right. Once again, Jeff Stivers here with the Sports for Supper show this evening, and we have with us tonight Athletic Director Coach Bull. Coach Bull's here and will be giving us a Athletic Director's report. Coach Bull, welcome. A lot of good things going on in Pantherland.
Absolutely. I appreciate you having me.
So let me just make sure I got all these adjustments right because I can't hear you very well. But go ahead and talk again, Coach.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can see that you're registering. I'm just not hearing you in my headset very well, but that's okay because there we go. Now I probably will. Okay, so I'm new on this equipment. This is Jared's equipment. He carries around with him all the time, so yes, I got to make sure all the adjustments are right. But, yeah, so a lot of good things going on. We got football in the playoffs. We got volleyball in the playoffs, and they will be both joining us later this evening. Would you like to tell us state of the Panthers, state of the Panther Athletics?
There's a lot, like you alluded to. There's a lot of positive things that are happening right now. We just wrapped up tennis, cross country, middle school football, and volleyball. Everybody's in a new district. Both our middle schools and our high schools are playing a little higher level of competition, I guess, than what we've experienced in the last couple of years, which has boded well for us. Cross-country team just wrapped up regionals. They were down in Corpus Christi. They came in 15th and 16th, respectively. But after finishing first and second in district, we had our first time that we've had a young lady be outright district champion in cross-country in a number of years, which was a huge success for our cross-country program.
Yeah, we actually talked about that young lady on the broadcast, one of the football games. What was her name? I'm gonna put you on the spot. You can't remember either. I can't either. I was gonna put you on the spot. I guess you're putting us both on the spot. But yeah, the young lady did qualify. You know what? I could look back at a text message and probably find her name. But she did win district, and that I guess is Medina Valley's first district championship at the 6A level.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so super there. Maury, we're welcome, Maury Stein. We are, I think, if we're not broadcasting live right now because we don't have enough signal, we are recording, so we'll post it later. Got the new one. So, and it's YouTube's not showing that we're broadcasting, so we're just going to go ahead and record it, and we'll post it later. But we're talking about the moving into the 6A level. Cross country had a great showing. They both finished first and second, and then they finished 15th and 16th, I think, at the regional meet, which is great.
That is
6A,
awesome.
Yeah, 6A level. Tennis had a good round of they They did not.
They wrapped up their season. They the level of tennis that we're facing in the 36A district is a lot higher than what they've had to face in the past. So it was a good learning experience. They stepped up, to their competition and played much better. We just fell short of a playoff berth.
That's the team.
Yes, sir.
And then
Yep.
individuals is coming up
Yes.
later. Okay.
Yep. So, Coach, the name of that, and we're going to apologize to this young lady. The name of the young lady that won the first ever district championship for Medina Valley at the 6A level is Peyton Price.
Yes.
Peyton Price. And Nick Castro set a new MVISD 5K cross-country record.
Yes, he did.
So,
Wow.
great to them. So, good
I got
things.
that text. I couldn't remember the names.
Yeah, I got it too. I had to go back and read it. But, yeah, congratulations.
I know Garrett and I mentioned it during the football broadcast about that. That
Right.
was great news.
Yep, sure was. Yeah, we're happy for them. And, those two coaches do a great job, and they're going to carry over onto the track field here when we start.
As a
track.
matter of fact, I talked to Coach Bermea at halftime during that game after we got the text and the results, and I congratulated him. And he was surrounded by a bunch of people that were congratulating him at the same time. They do a great job.
They do.
And that's not easy work, getting up early and
all
of that stuff.
And everybody thinks cross country. Well, you just run.
No, you don't.
There's a lot more to it. There's the weight training that goes into it. There's the sprinting that goes into it. Because everybody thinks it's just distance. There's a lot of sprint work that goes into cross country.
Not just sprint work. It's running over ups and downs and everything else too.
Everything, yeah. Hills. They got plenty of hills around here, I guess. But yeah, so congratulations to the cross country team, tennis team, and Coach. Let's go ahead and we'll talk about our first playoff team, volleyball.
Yes, sir. So volleyball wrapped up with a third-place finish in district, which puts them as the number 2 small school in the 5A split, with Alexander being undefeated. They're the smaller school, the number 1 seed, which lines us up with Canyon from New Braunfels. For the first round, we'll be playing on Tuesday, the 5th of November at Bernie Champion. We finalized that contract this afternoon. That'll be a 7 o'clock start time.
Perfect.
There's not a game. There's nothing before that, because I know a couple of times when we played at Harlan, there was a match before that in the playoffs. So this is the only one.
Yeah, that's what we were waiting for today, for Northside to do their flips, because they wrapped up their season last night. So they did all their playoff flips today. There was none for a doubleheader at Bernie Champion, so we're the only show in town.
That's great. That's great.
So it'll be 7 o'clock, and as always, since the UIL does it to us now, Medina Valley Broadcast Network, will apply for rights to do a video live stream to the UIL, and if we receive the rights to the video, we will go ahead and broadcast that game live. Dwayne Garza will be on the call, and if we do not get the rights, we will still do an audio version of the game as Here Come the Volleyball Girls. But we will apply for that, and the volleyball season's been, we'll talk about it more with the coach and volleyball girls when they get on. But volleyball had it was a pretty successful season.
Absolutely.
To compete at the 6A level for the first time and to make the playoffs had to be one of the initial goals all along.
And Alexander went quite a bit of ways last year.
Let me tell you,
in 6A.
Alexander's legit.
Yeah,
they showed it. I don't think they had a close match.
They haven't lost a set in over 2 years in district play.
There you go. So they're pretty salty, and they ran the district. And Medina Valley was in every other match except for the Alexander. But against Loretto United, I think, who finished second or third, and against South. They went 5 games the first time with South, and they went 4 the second time.
Yes, sir.
And they won both of them, which propelled them into the playoffs. So we'll talk more about volleyball a little bit later. But, Coach, go ahead and briefly let us know a little bit of something about football.
So right now with football, the way it lines up, or we anticipate that it will line up, we'll have first-round playoff game that will be at home, because we're looking at being the higher seed of the small schools if we win out on Friday. So that would put us at home, give us the opportunity to be at home on Friday the 11th.
Yeah, so I was talking with Coach Britt about that this weekend, and we were both in agreement, and I had to look up the UIL rule because we hadn't been in this situation of small schools, large school, small school before. But it does state in there that the higher seeded team will get a first round playoff game. And when I started looking back at the 29 6A standings, we should be the second overall seed in our district, and the highest that any of those schools could finish was second. Is that correct, Coach? Like Canyon, New Braunfels Canyon can
in
still
small.
finish in, well, total. I mean seeds. That's the way we read it. Was that it was total of the overall seed, like first, second, third, or fourth.
Yes.
And so we would both we would finish second, and the highest they could finish was second. But
and if it was second, then it goes to a flip.
Yeah, then it goes to a flip. Yeah, so we're most likely, it sounds like we should be getting knock on wood, we should be getting a home football game. If it's Judson, I think we definitely will. If it's New Braunfels Canyon, there's still a chance that they could finish second, but they still have to play Steele and East Central.
They won't finish second.
So there's a little, and remember, Medina Valley football finishes a week earlier than everybody else because their bye week is
next week.
So so that has a lot to do with it, and so we'll look forward to But first things first, they still got to take care of business
Absolutely.
Friday night
Yes.
in Del Rio
Against the Rams.
You can't go down there and lay an egg.
Nope.
So you got to prepare. You got to be able to take care of business. But what an exciting time for Medina Valley football, finishing second in 6A in this district. That would be an awesome accomplishment for first year in 6A for them. Moving on, Coach. How about a construction update? Anything you got on any kind of construction going on around the district?
Yeah, we've got a few things going on. The new high school that we're building is still on time, on track with fields, gymnasiums. Right now we're starting to look at naming rights or the naming process for that process. We're in the committee meetings to find out what the name will be, and then it'll go to the student population for colors and mascot voting on. So all that will be determined by the kids that will be attending that school.
Yeah, in the attendance zone.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then once we get to that point, then we can start ordering colors and start outfitting the new high school. We had a finance meeting last night, so moving forward with bond propositions that were passed. So we made some progress on that they'll be announcing in upcoming board meetings.
Mm-hmm.
So we're moving forward with more construction, building middle school 3, getting high school 2.
Where's middle school 3 going to go?
Further east off of 90.
Oh, it's on the other side. It's going to be on the south side of 90?
Yes.
Okay, that's right. I remember now. Yeah, so middle school 3 will be over there. It'll have its own facilities. High school number 2 will have its own facilities as well. So, there was talk and there was a bond presented to the community a couple of years ago to build a standalone athletic complex. That bond did not pass, so they went to Plan B, which is each school having their own facilities.
And logistically, Plan B is better for where we're at right now.
For both.
Absolutely. Yeah, when you start adding more high schools, then a central location may come into play. But it's kind of like the model that Southwest uses. You'll have Southwest High School and Southwest Legacy. Legacy has their own, kind of the same model, which, it would be nice to have your own stadium that you can call home.
Absolutely.
So that's, exciting times on that side, too. And, we're looking forward to anything going on with all that. Moving on, I guess now basketball has started. Basketball practices anyway. The girls have started practice. The boys have also started practice.
The boys have had their first scrimmage, so they start.
Oh, they've had a scrimmage already?
Yeah, so they'll start playing games. Their first game. No, wait. The girls have had their first scrimmage.
Right.
They'll play their first game on Friday at home against Tybee.
Okay.
And the boys will have their first scrimmage on Saturday.
All right. Yep. So basketball's getting rolling. I guess soccer will start up here in a couple of weeks as well.
They'll fire up. We'll start practice the Monday after Thanksgiving.
Wow.
Going to be a busy winter.
Yes, it is.
Maury's going to be hunting.
Hopefully it's cold.
That's right.
and wet.
Panther Stadium's grass will be green.
That you know what somebody.
Well, it
complimented
depends what
the other-
direction they cut it. Some of it is a little different colored green than the other, but
They better not
it
be
still
cutting any
it
of
still
it.
looks pretty.
No,
Yes.
somebody commented the other night during the game. They said, "You know what? The field sure has looked nice and green this year. It's been a long time since that's
Green
happened.
and dark green.
And
Yeah,
green,
it's
yeah.
pretty. It's
It,
beautiful.
it really is.
It
A lot
really
of
is.
compliments on the
Been a
new
long
turf.
time in coming.
Yeah, it's been really nice, and I think the kids have enjoyed having. I know Coach Britt posted a picture this morning on Twitter or Facebook or something of them practicing this morning in the rain.
I thought
Yeah.
you were going to say with deer on the field,
No.
because that wouldn't surprise me
Yeah.
either.
No, it was raining. It had a little shower this morning right before
Yeah.
daybreak, and they were out there practicing. They practice in the mornings, and he had snapped a picture of it. And sure is nice to be able to go out there and practice
And not
have
get
to
muddy.
worry about it.
Yes.
Yeah, not have to worry about tearing it up. So yeah, so we got basketball, we got soccer,
Swimming's up and running.
swimming.
So
that's
they've
right.
had they went down to Laredo this past week and competed for the first time of the season, and fared very well. And then we'll go again on Friday. We'll head over to the Northeast over at Blossom, and we've got a meet over there this week.
All right.
Wow.
I am responding to a message here. We are recording, if not live, and we'll post
So is there anything else
later.
coming up, Coach, that you can think of? Any State of the Union bonds, or not bonds, but anything in the works, or
As far as
improvements, or anything coming up? Or
they're working on from the bond perspective, we're still working on the timeline based on bond capacities and what projects we're going to finish or start at what the different time periods, and work out their calendar on when we will begin construction on some of these improvements and when those will all wrap up. That's something that's been discussed in the construction committee and the finance committee, and then those should be presented to the school board here in the next meeting.
And you talked about the colors and the nicknames and stuff. Is that something that's set in stone, that the students get to pick the colors? And I mean, can it be some crazy color scheme that?
No.
Okay. Okay.
There are 7 different color patterns that have already been predetermined for
Okay.
the high schools, and it's just a matter of which one they vote on.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll be given a
And is there certain nicknames that they get to
Parameters.
pick from, or parameters, or
They have those as well.
okay?
hey, maybe they could be the Saber Cats.
Well, I'm just thinking.
I
we're
don't
not
believe that
gonna-
was one of the
we're-
options.
We're not going
I'll
to
have
be.
go back and look.
We're not going to be like Philip Knight and have some
No, sir.
strange combinations that.
No, we need to make sure that we have colors that we can readily purchase online from different vendors.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, you mean like the goldish color down the road that you can't ever match?
Oh well.
Dehennis has problems matching their
Yes.
gold all the time because it's not a gold; it's
No.
a off dark gold.
Yeah.
And
Right.
it's- yeah, so I know what you mean. So, well, what else, Maury?
One question, Coach.
Yes, sir.
Who's going to be the national championship in football?
In college football,
College football.
Mm.
Don't have a. You don't even.
I don't have a dog in that fight. I'm just worried about the Panthers.
I don't either. I'm a Sooners fan, so I don't have a dog in the fight either. But if you could guess one, just throw one out there. Who would you think? Ain't nobody going to hold you to it. I mean, you know you've watched college football and you have an idea.
And right now, it's any given team. It's week to week. Some sentimental favorites, but obviously,
And who are those?
probably the 2 UTs.
There you go. I'm actually looking forward to that November game. I hope they both go undefeated until then, because Texas and
No, he said the 2 UTs.
the 2
Tennessee
UTs. Oh,
and
okay.
Texas.
No,
Mhm.
that's TU and UT if you ask.
Oh,
The SEC.
But
SEC,
that's going to be a great game if Texas and A&M win out. That is going to be
well, if you ask
something to see.
if you ask an Aggie, it's TU and TU.
Well,
But I'd also like to throw another little wrench in there. Georgia looked pretty salty.
Yes.
oh no, there's some great teams.
There, and like you
there's-
said,
Any
any
given
given
day.
and you know what's
Yeah.
great? The playoffs this year.
Yep.
You've got you're going to have 3 rounds. So you got to play each and every week. So that's going to be exciting to see. All right, Coach. Well, we sure do appreciate you coming in. I don't know if we'll have another show. If we do, it'll maybe in January to kind of kick off spring stuff or something like that, just to get some other players in here and some other athletes, some other teams. But until then, man, thanks for everything, and thanks for the good work. And
absolutely, I appreciate everything that you do for us.
We're looking forward to playoffs coming up, and
good luck to your daughter and them.
Yep.
The whole team will do
Tuesday.
Well. Yeah.
He's being.
No, I said his daughter. I said his daughter and the team.
They'll do well.
Oh, they will.
And I'm excited about the basketball season.
Yeah.
They'll be ready to play.
Yep. He's got his AD hat on, not his dad hat right now.
Hey.
That's okay.
Whatever tie suits you, that's fine.
Yeah. All right.
He looks sharp no matter what he's wearing.
There you go. All right. Well, Coach, thanks again. We're going to go ahead and we'll take a little short break, and we're going to get the volleyball team up here and talk to them a little bit. So
all right,
without further ado, we'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
Dodson House Moving and Construction is a fourth-generation company operated by the same family for over 75 years. We do turnkey work from moving your structure, setting the foundation, and all your construction needs. Aluminum decking, concrete work, canopies, and any other need to make your project operational. From moving to construction, large or small, Dodson House Moving and Construction does it all. Located at 12939 Southwest Loop 410 in San Antonio. Give us a call at 210-628-1459.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the latest specials and must-do vacations.
Sammy's Restaurant and Habeas Alsatian Bakery, two legendary landmarks in Castroville. From breakfast to delicious hometown lunch specials and more, Sammy's satisfies your taste buds with the unique flavor of Castroville. And from fresh baked breads to pies and pastries, South Texans have made Habeas Alsatian Bakery a must-to-visit since 1940. Sammy's Restaurant, online at sammysrestaurant.com. Habeas Alsatian Bakery, online at habeasbakery.com. Tandre Gwynn Funeral Home in Castroville, Texas, has been providing funeral services to families in the Medina Valley and surrounding areas for many generations. Tandre Gwynn Funeral Home is proud to support the broadcast by the Medina Valley Broadcast Network for the athletes and students participating in this event. Go Panthers! Tandre Gwynn Funeral Home, Castroville, Texas. You may view obituaries at Tandre, Tondre-Gwynn, Guinn.com, or visit the Facebook page of Tandre Gwynn Funeral Home to view funeral notices.
Nobody can design, create, or maintain your lawn better than 3D Landscaping and Irrigation. With over 17 years of experience, owner Ray Doyen and his crew take pride in their craftsmanship and service. They're fully insured, offer free estimates and multiple references, so you know you're getting the best. 3D does landscaping, lawn maintenance, irrigation, tree installation, lighting, and more. Whether it's residential or commercial, 3D Landscaping and Irrigation has you covered. Give 3D a call at 830-985-9115 or find us online at threedlandscaping.com.
All right, welcome back to Sports for Supper. Jeff Stivers here with
Sammy's.
At Sammy's. Jeff Stivers here with Maury Stein. And we just heard from a state of
Panther address.
State of Panther address. Yeah, from Coach Bull, the Medina Valley Athletic Director. And we're going to move on now to talk to some volleyball players and
playoff bound
Medina
once
Valley
again.
Panthers. Yep. So, Coach, go ahead, introduce yourself. Tell us how long you've been here, what sports you coach, all that good stuff.
So I've been here for 6 years now. And
6 years has been
all 6 years I've been here with volleyball. I've done a little bit of softball, a little bit of powerlifting. And every single year we've made playoffs since I've been here. If you pulled Deesa's record, I think it had been a while, maybe about Camo's age group, so maybe about 10 years straight. is that she's been making playoffs. So playoffs is normal for us, but we would like to win first round. That's not something we've done since about 4 years ago.
Yeah, I think Maury and I, did we do a couple of the volleyball
Yes,
games?
we did.
We did. I think the last time we were at Champion, we
It's
did one.
not
Yep.
going to be an easy road.
It's not, but it's very doable. It's not something where we feel like we are the underdog, but we don't really feel scared or hesitant or nervous. We do feel prepared. I think a lot of it was our district. When we went to scout yesterday, New Braunfels Canyon has a solid team, but compared to the Laredo teams we've played, it just doesn't feel the same pace. So I feel like a lot of the district teams that we've played have really helped us. I think they're going to help us in the playoffs because I don't think we're going to be surprised or shocked for what New Braunfels is going to give us. I think we're going to be used to that pace, and we could probably move faster. And so we feel good about it, and really is just mainly just showing up mentally. But luckily with the senior group, they've had a couple playoff games under their belt. They have that experience, that leadership, and so now it's just a matter of executing.
Are they as big as the Alexander team, height-wise, or
They're probably about the same build. And honestly, Alexander's not terribly big.
they just
so
watching them
disciplined.
here at home, they moved around
Very
the
well.
court very well.
Defensively.
They defensively
They're
took all the
defensively-
spots away where you wanted to kill the ball. They filled it
1,000%.
1,000. Yes.
Yeah, Laredo Alexander is one of the best teams in the state by far. I think we're ranked number 20th for Texas Volleyball Insider, and rightfully so. They are very well put together, and it's just very steady Betty. Like, there's not one player that overwhelms you. Each one of their girls is going to earn 4 to 5 points, and that adds up to 20 very quickly. Defensively, their libero's phenomenal. She reads the ball so well. But their setters do a good job on defense. Their other DSs are also very well. They don't miss a lot of serves. And so just so much discipline on all aspects. So it is hard to earn points because it is hard to get shots through their defense. And that requires us to hit the ball multiple times. And that's hard on a team, mentally and physically.
We were talking a little bit about the season with Coach Bull. And one thing that I brought up was, y'all were in every match. Except Laredo Alexander. And United, you had your chances. Y'all were in them. And then against United South, y'all went 5 the first time and beat them, and went 4 the second time. And I think that's shows that y'all have improved. The girls have improved. And I think sometimes, and I'm pointing over here at this one, because sometimes it takes a little bit to get her going. But when she gets going, she's pretty
phenomenal.
stinking good.
Yeah.
And I think she's getting to that point where she realizes that, right, Abby? Yeah. So Abby carries and can carry the rest of the team, and she can start by getting everybody else involved. All the girls. But I think whenever Abby goes, the girls
By
go.
example.
Yep, by example. And I'm saying that because I want it in her head as she gets ready for next week. So I'm going to call you out, Abby. Okay. But, and I want to go ahead and say, too, Megan, thanks for filling in last year for softball. I think you did a great job. The girls that was fun.
Oh, it was fun.
It was fun, the way the season, picked up and ended, and the girls had a good time, and the girls were playing hard, and things went well. And we'd like to, I want to publicly say thank you for filling in that role last year, and we're looking forward to good things coming down the road here for softball this year.
Whenever you can beat Alamo Heights, it is
very
special.
And when you can come back in the bottom of the 7th of Game 3, 6 runs down, I think it was
7 runs.
Seven
yeah.
runs down and beat them. That was pretty neat. So
yes.
Thank you for that. And moving back to volleyball, it's been a great season. I mean. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to be the one that's going to let the cat out of the bag here, and we're going to talk about Kara and what happened with Kara. And I think not only with the volleyball team, but with the community in general, her accident has brought the whole community and especially the volleyball team a lot closer together. Girls, would y'all agree? I mean, we're all sitting here praying for her. I talk to her dad weekly, about it and everything. But sure, we'd love to have her here with us right now. And but
she's here.
She's here. Well, yeah, she's here, but she's there. But she's but that accident has really shown a lot of character with these girls. coming out and doing what they did. It was tough. It was tough. I mean, everybody knows. And the strength that these girls showed and the passion that they showed and the caring that they showed for her and the rest of the girls and each other, was really a special thing. So looking forward to carrying on the season and keeping her in the back of our heads, as we move forward.
Coach B, what would you think would be the keys to coming away next Tuesday?
Because we do know
with
it's
a victory
New
at
Braunfels.
Bernie.
It is New Braunfels Canyon.
Yes. So
What problems are they going to create versus Medina Valley, and how can Medina Valley react to what they're going to see?
For us, they do have pretty good servers. So we've actually already been working on our serve receive all week. And we have a ball machine we call Big Bertha, and we crank her up to pretty high speed. And we make it a difficult, deep flow, because that's something that they do pretty effectively. So they do rely on their servers. And our serve receive has been pretty good, but we just have those moments where, the ball just kind of gets past us. We kind of read it, whether it's fatigue, mentally or physically. But that's something we're trying to hone in on, so we're just consistent throughout all 3 sets, or 4 or 5 if need be. They honestly look a lot like us. They also run a 5-1 with their setter. So
Which means
they only have one setter.
It's the defense.
So their setter goes front row. Their setter is live. She can jump. She can tip as when she's in the 3 rotations front row, which our setter does really well.
Our setter can kill, too.
Yeah. So it's that 5-1 setter versus setter matchup. We kind of already talked about the liberos are pretty sneaky. We have a sneaky libero with us, too, who likes to do little dumps and pushes on the second ball. I think the main matchup is going to be our block versus their hitters. I think we have a better block than them, and it just has to be consistent. And I would say they have a little bit better of a go-to hitter. They have a number 5 who's a lefty. That's a pretty big high flyer. She actually reminds us of Kara or like a Haley Hurtado. And so that's something we don't have, but we have better players all the way around. So they have one girl that's she's going to hit the ball. She's going to earn her points. There's one other girl who can hit the ball fairly well, but she's super blockable. And so I think if we're disciplined and we block well, that's going to give opportunities for our hitters to hit. So it's just really a matter of creating those openings and then being disciplined on serve receive.
You talked about this Big Bertha or whatever the
ball machine.
Is it kind of like baseball or softball that it could put spin on it and dive and stuff like that?
The girls will probably tell you how much fun I had at practice today.
Just dialing it up?
Just dialed it up. We were moving the ball so the float with the wheels can make it just drop.
It's like have you seen that big machine, the big black one that you put out on the pitching mound?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering, if that's the way you could dial it up where it could put any kind of spin.
Yeah, so she was curving and dropping and moving very quickly, very late, which is a really difficult thing to do because hard to track because it just moves so quickly at the very end. And so that's something we wanted to do because it should be at a faster tempo than what they're actually going to see. So we're making it a little bit harder for them, and then when they see it in the game, it should be a little bit easier to read.
A little more comfortable.
Yeah, baseball and softball, it's like speeding up your bat.
Right.
Let's speed them up. Let's get them going. Mm-hmm. All right, Coach. Well, appreciate your outlook, and, I thought maybe we would talk a little bit more about some of the matches y'all had over the course of the season, but I think we covered a lot. I mean, there were obviously there were some letdowns there for a little while, but the girls really came through. They really came through. So appreciate it.
A lot of adversity.
A lot of adversity. All right, we'll go ahead and pass it over down the way here to our libero. And somebody made fun of me when I called a game here a while back. They said I kept saying librero. I don't remember saying librero. I said libero.
I get accused of saying a lot of things.
I know.
So.
But it is the libero. Yes. Go ahead, say your name, position, libero.
Hi, I'm Grace Medley. I'm a senior, 3-year letterman, and I'm our libero this year.
Yeah, see, she said it right.
She said librero.
She did?
No, she didn't.
Isn't that like is that a cap?
I don't know. That's a fedoro or something like that, isn't it? I don't know.
So, Grace, it's your first time on this show?
No, sir. I've been here all 3 years.
You're a veteran.
Yes.
Yeah, well, that's great. Great to have you again, and going to be sad to see you go. Do you play any other sports?
I play golf.
Girl after our hearts, Maury.
Yeah.
Yeah, we both play golf. I just kind of go out there and stand and hack, but Maury's actually a golfer.
No,
4-year
I'm
letterman.
not very good, but I golf.
Oh, well, hey, you know what? A girl that golfs is always a nice thing. You know, that's a great thing. And your dad has a role here in our athletic department as well.
He is the offensive coordinator for the football team.
Okay. All right. Well, that's super. Okay. So what are your plans after this? Please don't say you're going into education and you want to be a coach.
No.
Okay, good.
I want to pursue marketing either at the University of Texas or A&M Corpus.
Okay, so you're going to go to one of those schools.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I thought you were. Okay. Oh, okay. Corpus. All right.
What challenges do you see from Canyon coming up Tuesday?
Canyon, I think it's all just a mentality.
What in other words too, what does Grace have to do to propel the team to, for your standards, what do you need to do? What would you like to accomplish in coming out the first round with a victory?
I think just defense is all a mentality, and you just have to go. And I feel like as the libero, everyone kind of looks at me to see like how I'm reacting to their balls, and like yes, they're good, they're gonna get kills. Like I've already accepted that, but like our job in the back is to make sure they get as little as possible, and we just go after everything. And so I think just going after every ball is going to be crucial to our defense in order to keep their kills minimal, and that way we can run a quicker offense.
So it's kind of the rotation of everything that's happening out there. Do you never move to the front, right? The libero can only play the.
Yes, sir.
And do you get to serve?
I do. I get to. So I can sub in for 2 different positions, so I'm on the court all the time, but I can only serve in for one of those positions.
See, then I can't ever keep track. I just look over.
And which
and see
2 are
who's
those?
there.
It's typically our outside hitters, which is either Sadie Schweitzer, Claire Bame, or Maddie Salazar.
Wow.
And there's all kinds of stuff more that happens during the volleyball game that I'm not even going to pretend to understand. But our announcer that has done a lot of our games this year, Amber Bullard, has done a great job because she's been around it and she knows, and she's done a great job this year. So I wish we would have her and her daughter back a few more years so she could keep doing it. But it is what it is. So, Grace, you want to be in marketing. You want to go to either that school in Austin or school on the island.
Yes, sir.
Is there something that's going to
lean you one way or the other?
Well, is it? Do you want to make sure that you want to go to the beach all the time, or do you want to make sure what is kind of making you?
What would persuade you one way or the other?
Or do you got to get accepted?
Well, I have automatic admission into both of the schools.
Woohoo! Top 10% then.
Yes.
All
and
right.
so I'm just going to go visit and talk with the guidance counselor to see which school will suit my family and I best.
That's awesome. Well, good answer. Good answer.
Thanks.
So marketing, other sports, you play golf. Didn't y'all go to regionals last year in golf? They did. the girls did. The boys did. Okay.
No.
Sorry, I won't bring that up again.
Last year was my first year playing ever.
Yeah?
So
have you got out there and played some this summer and
some,
fall?
Yes. I haven't been playing in the fall because of volleyball season, and this is my priority.
What's your career best?
I don't.
Did you break 100?
No.
No comment.
No comment, she said.
I can just say because I talked to, I think it was Eagle Pass Win at the Dairy Queen after the first round, and they were going for the second round, and I just asked them how they were doing, and they were in first place. And I said, how did Medina Valley do? And they kind of laughed and said, well, not too good at their own home course. So I didn't pursue the conversation much anymore after that. But
last year there were only 3 of us playing.
Oh, well, there you go. You're shorthanded.
Yeah.
You're playing shorthanded already. You got to have
And
5, right?
2 of us, that was our first year. So
Yeah. Well, y'all need to talk to Annie, see if you can get Annie out there to play. She ain't never hit a golf ball. Well, her boyfriend works at the place out there in Rio Medina, so maybe she can go out there and hit. Anyway, thank you.
Yes.
We're so looking forward to Tuesday. We want to see you girls play as long as possible.
and
Thank
let's
you.
pack that gym.
Yeah, let's everybody go.
I'll
Even
be
though
there.
we're going to be there broadcasting, if you can't be there, we'll try to have some sort of a broadcast, either video or audio, depending upon what the UIL allows us to do. But we want y'all to keep playing, and we appreciate the fact that you moved here. You didn't necessarily maybe want to, but because of your dad's job, it was it was one of those necessary moves, and we appreciate you coming in. And I know the girls, I know my daughter talks highly of you, and that you're very well respected around this community. So thanks for coming and brightening our community with your presence.
Yes, sir.
All right, then we'll go ahead and pass it on to I've known this one for a long time, so I don't know if I have as many good things to say about this one. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
I'm Abby Beal. I'm number 4. I'm a 3-year letterman as well, and I'm a senior. Right side hitter.
Right side hitter. Yeah, y'all are about to make me cry. I can't believe you girls are seniors after watching y'all grow up. Abby, I'm going to repeat a lot of what I just said to Grace, but we're looking forward to it. One thing I did mention earlier, you are the catalyst. Whether you want to be there or not, you are the spark plug on that team. From what I've seen in the games that I've watched, and I've even I watch them on video if I can't be there. But talk a little bit about your future plans.
I plan to go to Texas Tech to major in kinesiology because I want to be a physical therapist, like when I'm older. So that's
awesome.
Yeah.
Did you hear that? Where she wants to go to school?
Somewhere in the plains.
Yeah.
Where there's nothing around.
The beautiful plains. Yeah. That's God's country. Yeah, it's God's country up there. Yeah, I did hear that actually. Annie mentioned that you have decided you want to go up there. That's awesome.
What propelled you to do kinesiology?
I've just always loved sports, and I feel like I wouldn't be able to step away from it fully, and I feel like being a physical therapist, it
keeps you in touch.
Yeah, keeps me in touch, and it would help me allow athletes to go back to doing what they love after an injury or anything like that.
Is there any certain person that inspired you to go into that field? What I mean is, have you been injured? Have you been injured and somebody's helped you and said, you know what,
yes, I spend a lot of time in the training room, actually, because I get hurt a lot. Very injury prone, I would say. But Miss Monica, our athletic trainer, she's helped me a lot, and she's kind of inspired me because she's a great gal.
Yeah,
I love her.
She's pretty good.
Yeah, she's always helped me through all my injuries, like during track season or volleyball or anything. Always there.
Yeah, I was down in Kingsville 2 weeks ago, and I'm walking on the sideline around, just checking everybody out, and then all of a sudden, because it was raining, this person walks up to me with a poncho over her head and everything, and it's Monica, and she's got all the trainers down there at the game. So I got to see all the trainers and stuff down there in the sideline at the Javelina game. But so Texas Tech, that's great. Y'all are you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
What challenges is Kenny gonna bring? As far as what do you need to do to ensure a victory for the Panthers Tuesday?
I know I just need to keep my energy up, because I know that a lot of the younger girls on the team look to me and Grace especially to see how we're reacting to things, and those types of things really get in everyone's head. So if we're reacting positively, then they'll react and radiate off of our energy. So I know I just need to keep my energy up and keep my mentality good, and let any mistakes that I make, because obviously no one's perfect, I'm going to make a mistake, but I just need to let it roll off my back and just move on to the next play.
Yeah.
So would you say it'd be more of your defense or more of your offense that would help the Panthers win, or which would it, or is it even keel?
My defense, probably, I know that they have a few strong hitters, so blocking is going to be a really key aspect in this game.
Yeah, that's what your coach talked about too. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Do you want me to say that?
Elaborate.
Okay,
yeah.
And my for offense, I need to have at least 10 kills, which I've been averaging that, I'm pretty sure, for the season. So hopefully that carries on. It will carry on in the playoffs.
Yeah. One thing we usually ask the football team when they're up here, do you see yourself making some kind of special play or something special happening? Because when you see things like that, you can make things like that happen.
I tend to run through a lot of balls, like any shanked balls, and me and Maddie Bull have a lot of saved plays. And at I think the United game, I jumped over the bleachers, or jumped over our bench to save a ball. I didn't get it over, but the hustle was there.
That's right, yeah. And I've been giving you a hard time, but whatever happens, happens. And we're proud of all of you girls and all of, especially you seniors, you know, the stuff that y'all have been through this year and just making it to the 6A level. I know I'm sure last year y'all were sitting around thinking, you know, what district are we going to be in? What district are we going to be in? Are we going to go against Canyon and the likes of Steele and, you know, that group over there? Or, you know, are we going to be put in the north side district where we have to play north side all the time? Or are we going to have to go to the border? And I, for one, preferred the border. I thought it would give us an opportunity to grow and an opportunity to, do some great things. And it has worked out that way for you gals, you know, and we sure do appreciate it, and we appreciate everything you girls have done for Medina Valley.
And accomplished.
And accomplished. And, you know, whatever happens Tuesday, you know, hold your heads high, and y'all have done this community and this school proud, along with your families. And I know Kara's going to be proud too. Yes. Okay, so y'all keep up the good work. Maury, anything else?
Good luck.
Good luck.
And
best of luck.
Let's get a win.
Yep, let's do it. All right, we're going to take a break, and we're going to bring in Coach Britt. Thanks to the volleyball team for coming out. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
Dotson House Moving and Construction is a fourth-generation company operated by the same family for over 75 years. We do turnkey work from moving your structure, setting the foundation, and all your construction needs. Aluminum decking, concrete work, canopies, and any other need to make your project operational. From moving to construction, large or small, Dotson House Moving and Construction does it all. Located at 12939 Southwest Loop 410 in San Antonio. Give us a call at 210-628-1459.
Are you ready for a vacation? Tanya with Travel by Design can help you with all your vacation destination needs. At no cost to you, she can plan all of the details tailored to your unique wants and needs. So all you have to do is enjoy your vacation. Tanya is a certified expert with Disney, Universal Orlando, and California, Sandals, and all cruise lines. Give Tanya a call at 830-931-4834 or visit her Facebook page, Tanya with Travel by Design, for all the
Sammy's Restaurant and Habeas Alsatian Bakery, two legendary landmarks in Castroville. From breakfast to delicious hometown lunch specials and more, Sammy's satisfies your taste buds with the unique flavor of Castroville. And from fresh baked breads to pies and pastries, South Texans have made Habeas Alsatian Bakery a must-to-visit since 1940. Sammy's Restaurant, online at sammysrestaurant.com. Habeas Alsatian Bakery, online at habeasbakery.com. Tandre Gwynn Funeral Home in Castroville, Texas, has been providing funeral services to families in the Medina Valley and surrounding areas for many generations. Tandre Gwynn Funeral Home is proud to support the broadcast by the Medina Valley Broadcast Network for the athletes and students participating in this event. Go Panthers! Tandre Gwynn Funeral Home, Castroville, Texas. You may view obituaries at Tandre, Tondre-Gwynn, Guinn.com, or visit the Facebook page of Tandre Gwynn Funeral Home to view funeral notices.
All right, welcome back to Sports for Supper. We heard from Coach Bull earlier, state of the Panthers address, and now we heard from Coach Perez and the volleyball team.
Grace and Abby.
They will be teeing it up Tuesday at Bernie Champion against New Braunfels Canyon, 7 p.m. We will be applying to the UIL for the broadcast rights. If we do not get the broadcast rights, we will still have an audio version of the game, but we encourage everybody to go out there, and if anybody wants to be a part of the advertising for the game, the UIL does charge us a fee. It's not always mixed into our budget, so we will have a Venmo code available, and if you want to donate or if you want to advertise, we'll still take on some advertisers if you so choose for that game. But now we're going to move on to football and Coach Britt. Coach Britt, thanks.
Yes, sir.
For being here.
Thank y'all for having me.
Yeah. So lot to talk about, man. we started off the season 0-3, which that does not spell what you set up the schedule for a reason, and that was to face some of that top quality competition. Yes, and it's paying off later on. It's paying off. You faced a Laredo United team 2 weeks ago that was probably the best team since Bernie High that you guys have played against, and playing against the team like Bernie High and Bernie Champion prepared y'all for what Laredo United had.
Yeah.
Now, we came out on the short end. Happens. That's why they play the game.
Mm-hmm.
But you were in the game until the last minute and a half of the game, and had a chance to win it. And, that's football. That's sports in general. That's why they do it. But, then the guys came around last week, had, kind of had a little roughage going on a little bit, a little hangover from the United game. You had a couple of extra days to, and you've said it before that it's hard when you're off schedule, to get back on schedule and to do things, and y'all try to keep it on schedule as possible. Yeah. But playing that Thursday night game in Laredo kind of threw you off schedule again. Not to make excuses. The kids persevered on senior night last Thursday. Yeah. They got that victory that propels you into the playoffs now.
Yeah, of course.
And now you just got to take care of business Friday night down in Del Rio country to secure that second seat. So,
yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the season. I just gave us a little rundown, but tell us.
Honestly, defensively, we returned a lot from last year. Obviously, moving up a classification is a little bit different. I feel like our schedule this year is 10 times harder than, honestly, kind of what we played last year, for the most part. There's still good schools in that district as well, but I felt like our schedule was harder. So, if you start out with Leander, Glenn, you're stopping the slot T, and it took us a little bit. It took us till the second half to get going offensively. Some things have changed offensively from last year to this year. We're under center. We're running the football. We're already rushed for more than what we rushed for last year. And so, that was a focus. So it took us a little bit, honestly, to get going. And then, you jump into Bernie Champion with another team. You're playing there. I thought we played pretty well at times, and then at times we didn't. We turned the ball over a little bit that night. And that's really what, for us offensively, we just can't turn it over, honestly. If we don't turn it over, we'll be just fine, we feel like. And so we went up against a decent quarterback there for Bernie Champion. They have a couple of explosive kids, and it was good to go against a good team. Then you play Bernie High, here at home, and obviously Bernie High is pretty good. They got a 5-star quarterback, and they got guys going all over the country and things like that. But really, it just kind of tell of the fact that we turned it over and got behind the chains pretty quick.
Both of those Bernie games down 21.
We were down 21 in the first quarter to start. And we cut the Bernie Champion game to 3 twice in the second half, which was awesome. And we had some big play special teams at the game, and then obviously Bernie got away from us a little bit. We were able to score in the second half. I think we tied the second half. So, we took that, and we go in, and not to take anything away, Burbank's pretty good.
Burbank gave y'all fits. Yeah,
and I'm going to tell y'all right now, that quarterback and the Zapata kid are leading the area right now in the offensive stuff, from receiving to total yards. Obviously they're a chore to stop for anybody. And then their D-line is good. The Vasquez kid, I think is his last name, number 9. He is probably, honestly, one of the better D linemen that we've played all year, in my opinion. They got the big kid, the Chavarria kid off the edge, 82. He's 6'6", 290, so he's a large individual. And so, played a good Burbank team, honestly. They're in the top 5, or in the top 10 in the 5A right now. They've been there all year. So, yeah, we've played some good teams. You open up district and play Eagle Pass at home. I thought really we got going, started playing really good football. The second, for the most part, Burbank played pretty well. I only turned it over once, and then we turned it over once in the second half, but really kind of got going against Eagle Pass. I thought we played really, really well. Had to stop their big receiver, which, we didn't get out of our pedal early, but they scored on trick play, and we didn't get out of our pedal in the secondary. And so, other than that, they didn't do anything against us, and we felt good offensively. Won up front. That's a big deal. We feel like if we can win up front, we'll be okay. Especially in the second half, teams get tired, so they'll rotate a lot of bodies in. And then
I thought that Eagle Pass game at the beginning, for early in the season, that was y'all's most complete game.
Yeah, I would say I would agree at that point. I do feel like you take out minus 2 turnovers the other night, we probably played a pretty complete game, honestly, last Friday night. Special teams, we did a good job. I felt like we just turned it over early, and that's going to, talk about that a little bit. I mean, that's going to happen. Like, we're running a triple option. Like, there is a lot of ball security, and it's not like they're getting hit. It's mesh to a pull, like getting past the front hip to a pitch. Like, there's a lot going on. And so I don't want to take anything away from quarterbacks or anybody really. Pistols, the slots, like that ball's in the air. It's a tricky offense to stop. It's a tricky offense to run. That's why we do wet ball Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday and make it hard on them.
Well, I know
practice
as
in the
an
rain,
ex-defensive coach, one thing that we always talked about when we're playing teams like the offense you run, we talk about hitting people.
Yeah.
You hit them to make them think about pitching the ball, or handling the ball. So, that's one of the things, and obviously reading your keys and
of course,
playing to the football.
So, but no, Eagle Pass got the win at home, went to Laredo on a Saturday night and played a LBJ team in the pouring down rain.
What's that?
That was interesting. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was a game that we felt pretty good about going in. We were down at half. We had, it's just one of those deals. It was pouring down rain. You run the option. Sideways. Like you're running the option. So that takes you out of some of your run game right there because you really don't want to pitch it in a pouring down sideways rain. But we kind of got going in the second half, won the second half. Again, made some plays when we needed to make some plays. And so we got out there on a Saturday night, which is honestly a bad game. Traveling on the road for 3 hours, I'll take the win all day. Mm-hmm. And so, you come back and you get Alexander. And I'll be honest with you, I thought we played pretty well against Alexander. They didn't do much offensively against our defense. They were coming off some being able to run the ball with 28. We had a plan, against their defense, against their Mike linebacker and some things like that helped us. But really, we turned it over and we missed a play action. We missed a shot, and we turned the ball over on the one going in that game. So really, that game could have been 28-35.
Missed a couple of opportunities in that first half.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so, we knew we were close. It's just a matter of getting it done. And so, and then we ended up, I guess, after Alexander, we went to United. That was I've played Coach Sanchez. I guess that's my fourth time playing him, and he is a great man. And I really respect him as a coach. He does a great job coaching a game of football, and they are really good at throwing and catching the football. And so, we had a plan. Our whole plan, honestly, was to keep them off the field offensively. And so we had some shots out there we could have taken, but we honestly were trying to run the ball to get the little ticker to go down.
First drive was 9 minutes, I think.
Yeah, the first drive was 18 plays. 18 plays, 9 minutes, no throws, all running.
Probably
the
best drive of the year.
Yeah, and so went down there and scored. But, there's 3 phases to the game. And so, offense, defense, special teams. And, honestly, we've played pretty well most of the year, minus a couple kickoffs, I felt like, on specials. And that game got away from us a little bit in special teams. And then, honestly, we had a couple drives offensively that we just didn't capitalize. And defensively, we were right there. We made them make plays, and they made 4 of them in the second half and called some contested catches. Honestly, guys right on them. Tight windows, that's all you can ask for, honestly. There's always that saying, there's no defense for a perfectly thrown ball, and so whenever you perfectly throw a ball and they can catch, and just kind of came up short. But still take away from that, that's a good football team. They went 3 rounds last year and lost to Westlake, and so right. That's a good football team,
absolutely.
And so come back here, play United South, and we felt pretty good going in against United South. We just knew it's really about us. It's not really about anybody else. It's about taking care of us and taking care of what we do offensively, defensively, and special
teams. Was it the South game where they didn't even have a first down until like 2 or 3 minutes left in the first half?
Because because they scored
on a fumble recovery,
the scoop and score, and we held the ball for the most of it. I think they ran like 18 plays or something in the first half. 20
Defense
plays.
played really well in the first half.
Yes,
we'll just leave it at that. Really well in the first half.
Well, second half. Honestly, we have a busting coverage on the second play that we had covered, and we just had a bust. I mean, it happens whenever, and then, got a couple times in the second half where their best players matched up on some guys, and so he made plays. I mean, it just is what it is. And so they did cut it to 7, but, I mean, again, we felt pretty good. I mean, we knew we could run the football, and we knew that they really were going to struggle to stop us as long as we did what we were supposed to do.
There wasn't really one time in that game
that you felt
that I really thought we were not
going to win.
Yeah,
going to win.
100%. I mean, I'm not
with the exception if unless we just implode.
Yeah.
On ourselves.
And we felt, like I said, we felt good going in. I mean, we kind of know like what we're capable of being able to do in all 3 phases, and so we felt good. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, number 10 for them is pretty good. Like, he's a good little receiver.
Oh, yeah.
And so stopping him is a chore for just about anybody. And he's had a great season. If you look back in any of his district games, he's had a season. And so, we knew that going in. And so, but ultimately we got the win on senior night. It was, I was super. This senior class has been through a lot, with Medina Valley football, and they've been a part of the change. They've been a large part of the change. Really, those guys, most of them are on the leadership council. They have a lot to say in the program, and they work extremely, extremely hard. And so that's all we want as a coaching staff is to, let those seniors, go out on top essentially and play well and build memories, that are going to last them a lifetime. And that's all we want. And we were able to get that done. And so right now our focus is Del Rio. We've practiced all 3 days, and that's all we're thinking about right now is just playing some Del Rio on Friday.
Mentioned earlier to Coach Bull that the picture you posted this morning. Beautiful practice. Had a nice little rain shower and on turf. So they were able to still practice and have a good practice, I hope.
Yeah, it was a great practice.
You're not slopping through the mud worrying about all that. So
yeah. How about tell we had a rainbow too this morning.
I was going to say cool. There was a rainbow when I got up this morning.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like when I took that picture this morning, I was like, man, this is cool. Like we're able. It's raining right now. Kids are coming out. I'm glad that it's raining. There's 50% chance in Laredo or in Del Rio Friday night. So I was like, man, this is awesome. Let's go.
Oh, is there really?
50%.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lot better down there than
here. So. Better take a tent.
Yeah. So
y'all better take a canopy.
I ain't taking no canopy.
Well, y'all are going to be outside. Oh boy.
So 50% chance. But yeah, so it was nice to get out there this morning.
We worked sub-varsity games on Thursdays all the time.
Yes, sir.
When right before district started, you talked went over the whole district schedule. Who we were playing and what, and you reiterated that to start the broadcast, and you said that the last game of the year was against a Del Rio team that is the mirror image of what Medina Valley does on offense. Does that help you out preparing a little more?
I mean, every offense has its challenges from a defensive standpoint. They do things kind of the same, not all the way. So it is a little different with what they're trying to accomplish with what they want to do. They have a good pistol. He's a bruiser. He'll get down, number 24. He'll get downhill. He'll get after you. They've been through 3 or 4 quarterbacks, so we don't know who we're going to see. There have been injuries there. So that kind of changes some things as well. If it's 7 or 15, then their offense will run normal. If it's 32 or 2, it may look a little different. And so number 2 is their slot. He can run. He can go. He's a really good football player. And so, we don't really know what we will get from them depending on who's the quarterback.
What is their district record?
Oh, man, they've won 1. They beat Laredo LBJ.
Okay, so they're mathematically probably eliminated.
Probably.
I would think. I was going to say, because if they still had a playoff on the line, I mean, they're going to give you everything they got no matter what. But if there's a playoff spot on the line, they would probably step it up a notch.
We're going to take it just like it is. They picked us for homecoming, and so I told the kids that. And so the kids are aware, and so we're focused. I mean, we're not looking ahead. We want to play some football, and so I told them it's about getting on the bus and traveling and playing well. And so you never know when that can come back to help you. If you can go a couple rounds and you have to travel to play at a neutral site somewhere, I mean, it may help us. And so that's really the focus right now, is just getting to Del Rio and playing complete game, not turning the ball over defensively, lining up and tackling, taking away who we need to take away. They're going to run the triple some, and they like to run dive like we do, and they don't run as much belly. They do run toss. They run toss pretty well. And so it's just kind of taking away the things that they do well. It's kind of what I want to see. I want to see us play physical up front. I want to see us wrap up the tackle.
Yep, good to get some physicality going.
Yeah.
Yep. And I'm just going to ask one question about playoffs, because I know we don't want to look ahead. Coach Bull did talk a little bit about something you and I had discussed a little bit over text messages, but there is still a possibility that we will be getting a possible home game.
It's all about seeding of that district.
Yeah, it's going to be where they – of course, we take care of business Friday night, then it's all about what happens over there in that district.
Yeah, it'll be, obviously the higher seed gets a home playoff game, so from district standings. So, it's like last year we were 3 and Victoria East was 2. So they got the home game, and we had to go.
So there is a possibility.
So it's the same here. Yeah. If we finish 2 and then, we can get a 3, then obviously we get a home playoff game.
Yep. So that would be really 15. Neat. New turf, new AC in the broadcast booth.
Hopefully.
We'll see.
We won't need it. Cold front's going to come in.
It'd be cool.
It's 2 weeks away. We'll cross that bridge in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm not worried about
Take
that.
care of the Rams on Friday.
I just want to play well on Friday.
So, Coach, I see you brought some of your standouts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's some guys back there.
Yeah, a couple of them
Coach,
over
one
there.
thing I do want to say before you go off the air.
Yeah.
The offensive and defensive lines have just been outstanding.
Yeah, they're coming through.
I mean, the offensive line's opening holds.
Yes, sir.
And you have running backs that hit the hole, that run north and south, not east and west. Can you say enough about that?
Oh,
and what do you who do you give credit to? I mean,
first and foremost, you always got to give credit to the kids. They're the ones that have put in the year's worth of work that goes into playing football at a high level in 6A. And so, all the times they went and got in the weight room, us going and doing skills in April and May, also preparing it, being there in the summer and understanding what we're trying to do. So I always give that to the kids. I think on both sides of the ball, honestly. They both of our lines have done everything that we've ever asked them, and they play extremely physical, and they like physicality. And that's what it takes to be able to run the football and stop the run. Second, I got to give some love to the coaches. We added Coach Pounds with our offensive line, and Coach Kirkpatrick have done a great job on that side of the ball, and getting those guys ready and prepared to play. And so give them some love as well. And then also our D-line coaches, Coach Smith, Coach Parker. Coach Parker was on staff last year, and getting Coach Smith over has done a great job up there with our D-lines being able to play, but make plays and fit and crush. They call it crush, but to crush the tackles and the nose, the center, on certain techniques. But they've done a great job. So really, it's all of the above. Coaches, kids, diving into the run game, honestly, on the offensive side. Like we knew, here I am. I was it's so funny because last time I played Coach Sanchez, I was throwing the ball all over the field against United in 2020. And then here we are running the flex bone, So, we laughed about that pregame. But, man, just diving all in what we do offensively and defensively has been great. So
if you can say it or not, I understand it. What did we get the penalty called on us by one of the offensive linemen after we had a big play? What
late in the game?
Yes. What did we just?
No. So I don't want to. Yeah.
I know.
I'll tell you.
Watch out! You'll get fined by the UIL if you say the wrong thing.
I will say,
because if you can't get fired up, come on.
I get pretty fired up.
No, though, if a player can't get fired up, come on.
So our right guard was doing what he's coached to do, and that's to play through the whistle. And he does. He does a great job. He's a sophomore. Last name is Baker, and he does a great job of playing through the whistle. And so he played through the whistle all night, and he finished his blocks. And we talk about that all the time. We are finishing blocks on both sides.
Yeah, he's at the second level a lot of times.
He is. He's back there a bunch. And so the whole game, for 3 quarters, they pretty much let us play football and let us play through the whistle and then finish blocks. Well, he finished block, and it was a little bit after the whistle. I didn't think it was anything crazy, honestly, but they did throw the flag for it, and that was my conversation with them at some point in that second half. I had a lot of conversations. I'm always polite about it, but I do want to know, we call a game a certain way for three quarters.
And change it.
And then don't change it. I get it, warning. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you got to lay off. You got to pull back, whatever, but at the same time, let's call it consistently. Now, I will tell you, we were on the sidelines also telling the kids, hey, between the whistles, after the whistle, you got to take your hands off. They're going to get, to the point where in this game, at some point, they're going to throw a flag, and we just got a flag thrown. So, yeah. Were we mad at him at the moment? Sure. But at the same time, he's doing what he's coached to do. He finishes blocks. He gets to second level. At the end of the day, I want to play physical style football, and that's what we do. So, yeah.
Now, you've had a few conversations on the sideline this year.
Yeah.
and on the field.
At the numbers or at the hash marks or
it's so
wherever it may be.
I'm actually a really nice guy, and I tell the officials that before every game.
That's what they all say.
But at the same time, I'm not dog cussing them. I'm not doing anything like that. I coach hard. I coach really hard. Honestly, it's my livelihood. I want to put the kids in the best situation to be successful. And if I feel like it is something that is inconsistent or high, that's a gray area call, well, then I'll have something to say about it, At the same time, it's nice for them to communicate with me. I thought that crew the other night did a good job. I thought they communicated with me for the most part. They did communicate a couple things that were wrong that did piss me off because we had made calls based off what they had said, but they did change. It's a long story, but at the same time, the stemming at the end and things like that. It's just getting consistent. But at the end of the day, man, we need officials, to allow us to continue to play this great game, allow these kids this opportunity to play high school football. And I let them know that even at the end of that game the other night, I was very polite and thanked them, as I appreciate it, and I always let them know I'm going to coach the game hard. Sometimes I ain't going to lie to y'all. I go out there and it looks like I'm yelling at them, but I'm just sitting there talking to them and laughing, at the same time. So, but yeah, they know. They kind of know what to expect. So, it's been good.
Kind of saying with me with the hunting season coming up this weekend, I used to get a bad rep because I'd get excited and sometimes I'd miss a good buck or something because I got excited. And I'd tell everybody, you know what, if I don't get excited, then I quit.
Yeah.
The day something, and that's like you. If you don't get excited, you don't appreciate the job and don't want to do it, and you quit doing what you do and you know best, why do it?
No, I know one, and I tell my wife this all the time, okay? I know one way to coach football, one way. And so, I got to be careful, in the sub-varsity games and things, because I coach that game just like I coach on a Friday night, and so I know that I need to be a little bit, I need to easier,
There's a reason they're doing Thursday night
No,
games.
it's not even that, man. There's some good ones out there too. It's just I need to know that, but I just know one way to coach the game of football, and so that honestly, Mr. Stein's why I come up to the box and hang out. It's just so I don't go down there and run my mouth and talk about things. And I always feel like, I guess back in middle school, I always felt like I had a good point. I needed to say that good point. It's kind of the same now. If I feel like I have a pretty good point here and that I'm correct, I probably need to at least mention it.
And I always thought you came up there to listen to Punky to give you advice to go from a pistol or a shotgun sometimes
shotgun. I was
this
going to
year.
ask are we going to the shotgun this year?
No, man. Hey, you never know. Our center's here, so he'll talk to you about the snap from the gun at some point. But I do like coming up there and hanging out and talking to you guys just because it's nice
colorful.
It's nice to be able to get away a little bit. But I actually like watching the game from up there too because I can actually see the whole thing.
Yep.
So when I do go back down there, I actually walk up. You'll see me, I'll walk up to kids and I'll tell them things that I saw, like this, and that, So it is kind of nice to just kind of see everything. When I was the OC, I liked sitting in the box to call the game because I could see everything.
Yep.
So
I totally agree. And one thing I used to always tell young coaches is the hardest thing is to watch the game from up there.
Oh, yeah.
For a young coach, because a young coach sits there and wants to watch the game.
Oh, man,
and doesn't focus in on the thing that they're supposed to be. You're supposed to watch the offensive line, block, and they'll catch themselves watching the wide receiver going out for a pass. No.
Yeah.
You need to watch the offensive line. That's where you're assigned.
Yeah, 100%.
But so that's right. Yeah, that's the hardest thing to do. But as a head coach or as an OC, you know what you're up there to see. But as a young guy, it's a little tougher. Well, Coach, man, we wish you the best of luck this Friday. We probably won't have a show again. We may have one before the semifinal
right before
game.
the quarterfinals.
Yeah,
when
quarterfinals.
We're
when we're still playing, we may do something then. But if not, appreciate everything you've done this year. Good job. Good luck.
Hey, year's not over, man.
No,
so,
we're just saying
the
sports for supper may be over for this year for a while.
Gotcha.
So best of luck to you this Friday in Ram Country.
Ram Country.
And then moving forward, best of luck to you there as well.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Let's
all right,
get
we're
away.
gonna we're gonna go ahead and let's bring some of these.
I'm excited about this little group. They just got done with team dinner, and so they got a full belly. They went to the Zinsemeyers tonight and got a full belly.
What was this? The dinner?
It's usually brisket, mac and cheese. Never mind, it was
pulled pork tonight.
Pulled pork, mac and cheese. Yeah, mac and cheese.
Gotta have the mac and cheese.
Yeah. Here, I'll turn it over.
Yeah, we're not gonna take a break.
So,
thank you, Coach.
You guys.
Thank you, sir. All right, we're gonna move on and.
Take a break.
No, we're not gonna take a break. We'll just move right on into this. Unless you need a break. Do you need a break?
Nope.
Okay, we're gonna move right on in because we've got. Let me see how many people we've got tuned in. Oh, y'all are, it's rising up. It's 11 people we have tuned in now, yeah. The girls had 16. Yeah, and and on, yeah. But, guys, welcome. We're going to start over here on the left. Introduce yourself. Tell us what position you play. Tell us a little bit about what you're going to do after football, after high school, all that good stuff.
He's got a ways to go.
Just talk to us, man. Talk to us, all right?
I'm Bo Weimers. I'm number 54, and I play center. It's just.
What grade?
A junior.
Junior.
Yeah. And then after high school,
you may not know yet. Yeah, you may not know yet.
Where. I don't know what I'm going to do after high school, but I want to go to college.
Bo Weimers.
Yes, sir.
Weimers. Are you related to any Hondo Weimers?
A lot of them.
Yeah, you know Michael.
Yes, sir.
And is he your cousin?
No, but I think my dad knows a lot of them.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'm their cousin or something.
Well, there's some. You come from a good bloodline of football players on the Weimers side. Although you got a coach there at Medina Valley, he didn't play much football, so Coach Weimers. But the rest of the Weimers, there's good football bloodline there.
Yes, sir.
So center, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's a pretty important position.
Yeah, you got to snap the ball every play.
Yeah, one thing I was always told I was a center as a sophomore is that's the most important position on the field because you touch the ball every snap.
Yep. If I don't touch the ball, the play's not happening.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. And tell us about what do you like to do with a nose guard?
Pancake them. I like to do that a lot. Yeah.
Good call.
I got to snap the ball and then.
Yeah. You better go there first. Yeah. The first thing I'm going to do is snap the ball, and then I'm going to pancake it.
And make sure I'm low and stuff, and get my hands on them and just drive them back. And if they fall, I just lay on top of them for a little bit.
So how many defenses have you faced this year that actually have a nose guard lined up against you rather than two tackles in defensive end?
I think Burbank was the only one because with our offense, we're a more run-heavy team, so they like to play 4 down linemen.
And Leander Glenn probably lined up over you?
Yes, they did, yeah.
Which would you prefer more, the nose guard over you or the two tackles?
Nose guard over me so I can.
So you know where you could,
I could just fire off into them.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I always like to block back. Ear hole them.
Yeah, but when they play 4-man front, I usually have to go up to linebackers.
Oh, you got to climb, huh?
Yeah, I hate chasing linebackers. Just run around.
Well, those big old nasties don't like to run a lot,
Yeah.
but y'all do a good job of it. Y'all do a good
Absolutely.
job of running down the field and getting that secondary, getting to the second level and blocking. So you do a good job. So do you play any other sports?
I used to, like freshman year, I played basketball. Every once in a while, still go back to it, hoop with the boys and stuff.
Yeah, I think maybe you should try a different sport other than basketball.
Why not? I think I'm pretty
You
good.
can do whatever you want to do,
I mean,
but maybe
on the basketball court,
it's
I'm
good.
pretty good.
It's good for your footwork.
Yeah.
It's good for your footwork. I don't know how many dunks you're gonna get.
I don't think I'm going to get any dunks, but yeah.
No dunks,
Yeah.
dunks. Okay.
I did play baseball, but I sucked at it. So
what
that's all right.
challenges or is Del Rio going to present for you? What are you keying on? What are you? I know you can't give the scheme out, but what does Mr. Weimers need to do to make sure the Panthers come away with a victory?
What kind of front are they going to give you?
So they have a 3-man front. They play a nose and 4s. The ends play 4s or 5s. So sometimes they walk people down and stuff, but if we take our steps right, do everything right, we should have a good game.
Yeah, it seems like with an odd front like that, y'all probably be running a little bit of inside veer against it, and getting after them a little bit, so your little fullbacks can run to daylight. Yeah, that's awesome. Well, good, man. It's great to, and we'll tell you all this, but we're proud of you guys this year. Obviously, the season's not over. Got to take care of business this Friday night. Physical, be physical, continue to be physical, and punch them right in the nose. Okay.
How have you? I mentioned to Coach Britt. Y'all have gotten better every single week, and it seems like it's y'all are dominating the D line.
Yes, sir.
What do you attribute that to? Just hard work, or is it a coaching scheme, or is it just you guys? I know you guys are putting in the effort. What would you accredit that to?
I think it's the coaching. A lot of it is the coaching, and then a lot is during practice going against our D line because they're one of the best.
Oh, absolutely.
Y'all go one-on-one?
Yeah.
One's on
iron,
good on good?
Yeah.
Yep.
So when we go against them, it helps us, with everything.
Tell you,
is there a competition between the two lines?
Yeah, there's
we talk after.
There is a little trash talking?
Yeah.
Well, we got another one. Got one down here.
Yeah.
You better get your stabs in first. Yeah.
No, you don't have to block him.
No. I when I coached O-line, D-line a lot, and one of the things that was always a positive with the offensive line was the camaraderie, and the one person that knew what everybody else was supposed to do. 9 times out of 10, it was the center.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to be.
You got to let them know. So your grades are good.
Yeah, for the most part.
He's still sitting here.
Might be a little more football smart than school smart, but.
Well, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Because if you want to play any after college, you're going to have to do something like that, So, all right. Well, Mr. Weimers, thank you for coming. We're going to move on.
Yes, sir.
To this next guy, who I've heard at times is the key to making the offense move. I've heard that, but I don't know. You're going to have to show me here. Tell us your name.
I'm Brody Fripps. I'm number 5, and I'm the slot receiver.
Yeah, you can say slot receiver, but you're also a running back. You also block. You also do, you may throw the ball. Have you thrown the ball yet?
No, not in a game yet. Nope.
Not in a game.
I'm waiting for that day, though.
Yeah.
Return kicks.
Return kicks.
Some
yeah,
of them.
You
when
do.
Mr. Crisp ain't still in the limelight, who's going to be on next,
Yeah, darn juniors. Yeah, I know. So tell us, like Mr. Weimers here, tell us a little bit about yourself.
I play baseball and football. I'm a senior. And then in college, I want to play either baseball and football or study business somewhere. So that's kind of my plans.
And wherever it takes you. I know your
Yep.
brother ended up in Dallas?
Arlington.
Pretty
close.
Yeah, playing baseball, and I'm sure he never expected to be there, but you want to go somewhere where you can play.
Yes, sir.
Play something. Well, that's good, man. It's always nice to do something in college to keep you motivated and keep it rolling. I think Coach Britt played a little ball himself back in the day. Yeah, so
keys to the game, Brody. What do you need to do, or what does the offense need to do to come away with a victory?
This Friday,
Yes.
just do what we're taught to do: play hard, play physical, and just move the chains, and that'll get us down there. So just sticking to what we've been doing, what we're good at.
Discipline.
Yep.
Discipline. Beat
physical
discipline.
football.
Yep. Take care of the rock. 3 yards in a cloud of dust. Although last week y'all were getting about 4 or 5 yards in a cloud of dust. That was really nice.
Yeah.
Couple of fourth down conversions.
What I like about all you guys on the offensive side of the board, and I've watched a lot of football in my years, but none of y'all, even if you've played 3 quarters and haven't even touched the ball, never see any of y'all coming off the field and saying, "Give me the damn ball." It's just, it's a team effort. Y'all know when it's your time to be called, y'all come through. And what is it like to maybe see the ball 2 times a game or 3 times a game, but that one time you take it to the house for a 15, 20, 30-yard touchdown? How does that make you feel? I mean, do you feel like, okay, this is my job, this is what I'm supposed to do this game?
Yeah.
It doesn't affect you that sometimes you don't touch the ball more than what you think you should, or?
No, it's a very selfless offense. Sometimes just setting like a bunch of small plays sets up a big play, and I know that, and so do the other slot receivers. So we're just very patient. We do our jobs, blocking and stuff, and we know when that time comes to get the ball, we make a big play.
It's one thing I've noticed about your receivers is the blocking downfield. It seems like y'all get more.
I've seen a couple of bogus name calls too.
But I've seen y'all get more
downfield.
enthusiasm out of making a block for somebody else to make a long run than for you to be in the person that makes the long run. What does that make you feel like to make that key block?
It's honestly a really good feeling to see your teammate, make a real big play for you. And it's all just about winning at the end of the day. Like, that's our goal. But, yeah, no, like when I get to go lead block for Xavier or something on a big run, or Michael, that's a real good feeling. Just moving the chains, honestly, is a good feeling. But, yeah, I would say that's what makes our team very, very special this year. It's very selfless. Everybody's very selfless.
Yeah, I will say, and, I love Maury. He's been one of my best friends for a long time, but he has watched a lot of football.
Mm-hmm.
He hadn't played a lot of football. And just saying that because you ever go to the sideline and you tell the coach that you want the ball more, you may not be back out on the field, right? That's about like high school ball. You don't really go out there. You see a lot of that on TV, though.
Absolutely.
Hey, give me the ball, give me the ball. You're not going to see a lot of that in high school. A lot more discipline, and that going out there and performing is going to get you the ball.
Mm-hmm.
You go out there and you do your job, that's when it's going to happen. Yeah. And coach is not worried about who's in the game whenever he calls a certain play. He's going to call the game, and whoever's in there is going to have to perform. Or they may not be going into the game. You know what I mean? That's what those other coaches are around for. So, Brody, got baseball coming up too. Go ahead and give a little plug for you in baseball. You were starting in center field, right?
I started left field, second base occasionally. Yeah, my brother was in center.
Oh, that's who it was. Yeah, it was your brother. My bad. That's right. Yeah, so, looking forward to, getting out there.
But earlier in the year when we had him on the first show, he did say he was going to take his brother's spot in center field. I think.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Well, that's great. Well, Brody, we're looking forward to having a great senior year, man. And, I know you guys that are seniors, y'all are also friends with my daughter, and it's been a pleasure watching you guys grow up and, just watching y'all. We're always proud of you guys, proud of Medina Valley. We're proud of the culture that coaches, bringing back to this fine community, and looking forward for a victory against Del Rio and getting that first playoff win in about 16 years. That's going to be icing on the cake for you guys in your senior year, and then who knows where it ends.
Yeah, no doubt.
So thanks for coming, Brody.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and pass that on. I don't know. Who is this kid?
Never seen him
before. I know he smiles all the time. That's all I always know. He's even got his face mask on. You can see him smiling. Player. Soccer. That's what his dad told me one time. He said, he told me, not bad for a soccer player, huh? I said, I think he may have a little football in his future, Dad. So go ahead and introduce yourself.
Yes, I'm Connor Crisp. I'm a junior. I play safety this year, and I also play soccer, and I play midfield in soccer. So.
He wears number 1.
And I do wear number 1.
Where's
soccer,
number 1?
Wear number 7. But I do kick, yes, also. and
kicks a little
return
bit.
kicks too. So
Yeah, every time we score.
Yeah. Kicks it out of the end zone a lot of times.
He kicks it where they tell him to.
Yeah, a little pooch kick
Yeah.
here and there too.
But
After you have no clue what you want to do after college or after high school yet, do you?
I do. After high school, I want to go to college. Hopefully, go play college soccer. I'm going to Notre Dame in a little bit to visit, go
That's
see
right.
the campus.
Y'all are leaving Thursday.
Yeah,
Mhm.
next Thursday on our bye week. So that should be a lot of fun. Notre Dame, I really like the school, Catholic school, really nice school.
Have you ever been there?
No, it'll be my first time going. So,
Yeah, you're gonna love it,
but I probably want to be an eye doctor and study optometry.
dude. After my heart, right there.
Yes,
you know,
sir.
I've known a lot of eye doctors in my last 6, 7, 8 years, so they've helped me a lot.
Yeah, I think it's definitely interesting. Dr. Burgess, went to him as a little kid, had glasses, and just kind of fell in love with it. So.
All right, that's great ambition there, young man. That's great. That's great. So tell us your position, and did you tell us your position already?
Yes, sir.
You did.
A little
Safety.
bit. Kicker.
Returner.
Yeah.
What do you think about moving to linebacker next year? Are you going to let your little brother have a chance at linebacker?
No, I hope to stay at safety. I really like it.
Yeah.
Last year, started off at safety. After Manny got hurt last year, I had to come and fill in at linebacker.
Mhm.
So just kind of just helping out where the team needed me. But this year, I really enjoyed playing safety. It's been fun, especially with this defense. Just gotten really close with all of them. Most of them are seniors, so it's going to be hard after this year. I'm going to miss all of them, but just a great group of kids coming up below us. So
Yeah, you got a pretty good JV and freshman group coming up.
Yes, sir.
Future looks bright. I know, as an ex-defensive player, I know that at safety you get to see everything. And that's when you can really come up and get some good hits, and you can, you're kind of the, I know they call the middle linebacker sometimes the captain of the defense and everything, but overall, it's the safety that sees a lot and knows a lot. And so you make a lot of those calls, do you not?
Yes. The main thing is just getting our eyes to the sideline, communicating the calls across the field, getting it to the backside corner. If anyone has a question, they're looking back, hey, what are we running? What's the call? Just relaying the calls and getting it across the board. So.
Yeah, takes somebody pretty smart to make adjustments too.
Yes, sir.
Y'all. I know I saw y'all checking out of some coverages last week, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But the coaches are always going to try to put you in the best position possible. Do you like going to the sideline? Can you tell the coaches what's going on?
I think that's a big thing. Is that after every drive, something doesn't happen. After a big play, we go. First thing we do is the coaches ask, "What did you see?" We talk. Yep. We talk to other players like, "Hey, you need to see this," or "What happened here?" and just clearing the air and getting rid of all that confusion that happened. So next drive, we're better, and I think that's really been seen through this year.
Yep, that's good.
What I like most about your game, Connor, is you don't give up the hidden yardage. If there's a punt there, you catch the ball. You don't let it hit the ground. You field it,
No. He let it hit the ground this last week.
He didn't have a choice.
And then he picked it up on 1 or 2 hops, and he went 75.
Well, he even flattened the Bernie kicker, too, on the run back, too.
Yeah, well, that's probably fun. That's the fun
part
of
the
return.
the hit of the game.
On his punt return?
Yeah.
On his punt return, he got the – wow, that's pretty impressive. But what I always say is when you get somebody like that, you coaches are on the sideline like, get away. Yes. What a great play. It's a playmaker. You got to have playmakers. And Medina Valley for years has lacked somebody that has that type of instinct to go out and make a play. And you not only did it then, you had an interception that closed out a game. You've
had one taken away from us.
You had a kickoff return for a touchdown, right?
Yes, sir.
And that was on kind of the same similar kind of deal where the ball hit kind of short and you went upfield and just got up the field. So some of your instincts, your dad's probably going to say they were bred into you, but, it's stuff that you naturally do. And I think when I watch a game, that's what I appreciate is that you go out there and you go make plays.
Sir.
And so for the other 3 of you guys, go make some plays. Make plays.
What,
and just see yourself making those plays, and it'll happen.
What are you keying on mostly going into Del Rio?
Going into Del Rio, just being patient, like letting all the stuff clear out, wait for the running, like filling the alley, because they're a very run-heavy team. So it's just about fitting the right gap, knowing where the ball is, and keeping my leverage coming downhill.
Very well said. Very well said. And I don't mean that y'all don't make plays, guys. I didn't mean it like that. I mean, just keep making plays, okay? That's what we and you know, we hope to see Connor making a lot more plays in the future as well. And we appreciate the fact that you guys, you juniors, are out here and y'all are learning, like Coach Britt said, from this senior class, because the senior class has a lot of knowledge and stuff that they're handing down to you guys. So looking forward to it. Looking forward to the next next several games. All right, but Del Rio Rams first and foremost.
Good luck in soccer. Do you play any other sports or?
Just soccer. I might try track. I am gonna do track this year.
Yeah, he
just heard from Coach Britt.
Yeah, he just heard from Coach Britt. He's doing track.
But yeah, hopefully soccer this year. Moving up to 6A also. Lost a.
Who's the good team in that district for soccer? Is it United or have you looked at
Medina Valley?
Well, yeah. Besides Medina Valley.
Probably United. They're pretty good. Them and Alexander will probably be. Eagle Pass, I imagine, would be pretty good.
Yeah.
But
so it's kind of the same teams kind of in every sport.
I think so. It'll carry over to soccer, but we'll see. That's coming up.
Yeah, in the future. Yeah, we'll worry about that in the future, right? All right, thanks, Connor. You'll pass it on down.
What's up?
What's up? Go ahead and tell us a little something.
I'm Xavier Fears. I'm a defensive nose. After high school, I want to play at the next level, but if I could be a teacher, that'd be pretty cool. Go to college for that.
Where's number 44?
Yes, sir. Big 44.
Yeah, escorted my daughter in homecoming.
That's why she won.
I know. Thank you for escorting her.
I got you.
Yeah.
2 years in a row, right?
2 years in a row,
yes,
yeah.
Sir.
Duke and Duchess last year, I think. Isn't that what y'all were called last year? Yeah, something like that. I know she has a lot of respect for you, and as we all do. I know one game you got the hit of the game, but and I couldn't figure it out. You got hit of the game, but the play happened about 5 or 6 yards down the field, and I was thinking, what is Fears doing down the field making that hit?
The pursuit angles.
But it was on a pass.
Yes.
It was on a pass. What are you doing 5, 6 yards down the field? And you hit that kid and you dislodged the ball from him, which sealed the game. And that was on 4th down. I think that was against was that against South?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last year,
Yeah, you sealed the victory, and but you got the hit of the game. One thing a nose guard does, and I'm sure your coaches have taught you this, demand the double team.
Yeah.
Be the most physical player on the field, right?
Yes,
because if you can demand a double team,
somebody
else is going to be free to the ball.
Every game I get a double team, it's like.
That's right.
Some games I get a triple team, that's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
It's crazy.
That's great, man.
So why 44? Did you pick that number? Or?
When I was here, as a sophomore, there was the senior class. They had a guy wear number 44. It was pretty cool. So I just wanted to have his number.
And who was that?
It was Joe Tarvin.
Yeah, Joe Tarvin. I saw him last weekend. Yep, down in Kingsville. Still playing. Well, he's not playing right now. He had surgery, but he was wrecking shop before he got hurt. But I thought you were going to say he was thinking about Bosworth.
I thought he was going to say Chuck Foreman before Bosworth.
Oh, well, sorry. Some of us don't
before
go back
your
that far.
time.
Yep, that was.
My fault.
Yeah. You know who Bosworth is?
Nah.
You never heard of the Boz?
No, sir.
Oh, man, you need –
I'm sorry.
Oh, man. We need to freshen up your football history, man. That's one of Maury's heroes. You had a jersey.
Yep.
Said Boz on it, yeah.
What are your keys to the game against Del Rio? What are you focusing on? What do you need to do to make sure the Panthers come out with a win?
We just need to, take the dive. We need to control our guys up front, get off the ball, make the play.
I'm going to tell you right now what you need to do. Wreck shop.
Yes, sir.
That's what you need to do. If you wreck shop Friday night, they ain't going to move the ball. Because the key to that offense is running it right between the tackles. And if you wreck shop in there,
I'm going to shut it down.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I can see you doing. I'm not going to be there, but I'm going to be watching.
I want to see the trash can come out.
I'll try to get a turnover here. I got you.
I mean, and don't
nobody's mentioned that yet.
And don't do Scarlett did and missed the slam dunk, man. Come on.
And we got it on video,
and
too.
we got it on video. It's like, how
Can
can
you
you
believe that?
miss that dunk? Come
Oh,
on.
Scarlett needs to lock in, bro.
Oh, my goodness.
Did y'all give him a hard time about that or not?
Not even.
They didn't see it.
Yeah, we didn't see
Y'all
it.
didn't
Oh,
see
y'all
it?
know now. Yep, he missed the dunk.
It's like, yeah, trash can's only this big around. But
Nah, do something simple.
something simple.
Yeah.
Well, what are your did you tell us your plans after
Yeah.
high school?
Optometrist.
Optometrist.
Oh,
No,
that was
Oh, that was
Connor.
Connor,
Yeah.
I might be a teacher, you know.
Oh, that's right. Nothing wrong with that. What?
Yeah. Teacher, coach, or just teacher?
Probably a teacher, you know. I want to go like overseas.
Oh, yeah?
That'd be cool.
Are you from a military family?
Yeah.
Cool.
My dad.
Yeah. So no desire to join the armed forces?
I might.
You may?
Yeah,
What
I might
was
try
your-
to do that.
Very respectable.
My dad's in the Navy.
Navy? How many years?
This is like his 25th.
Wow.
He's like retired now, so.
That's
yeah.
my hero.
Yep, that's
Absolutely.
awesome. And we're glad to have you. Glad that, wait a minute, Navy? We got no Navy bases around here.
Yeah,
Do
he's
we?
retiring here.
Oh, he's retiring. Oh, okay. I was
Well,
thinking,
all
well,
right.
how did he get stationed here in the Navy? Man, maybe Ingleside. I don't know. Does Ingleside still have a naval base? I guess they do. But yeah, so he's retiring, and what? So how did y'all? What brought y'all to our community?
Our family, they're all out here in Texas.
Is it?
So, yeah.
Yeah, just decided to settle here. That's awesome. Well, we're glad to have you. Glad you settled here. Looking forward to a lot of fun Friday night and
Yes, sir.
ongoing in the future. So best of luck to you.
Thank you.
What teaching? What is it? A certain history or just everything? Or
I mean, since I'm overseas, I'll probably teach like English. I want to teach English in like Japan. I feel like that'd be cool.
Wow,
Yeah,
that
I'll
would
just live
be.
in there.
Yeah.
is your dad bilingual? Can he talk any other language?
I don't
mean,
know.
just being in, just being in the Navy, can he understand Chinese
multilingual?
or anything like that? Or
Nah, I don't think so.
no?
Yeah, but that would be fun for you to do too.
Yeah.
You know, you go over there
Linguistic
and you teach English. You know, you could do that online too. There's people that do that teaching online. They
That'd be
teach English to Japanese students and stuff. But once you're over there, you could learn, you know, their culture, and that'd be pretty neat. Well, you know, you got plans. All four of you guys got a lot of plans, and you know, we're glad that you guys shared some of that stuff with us tonight.
I'm gonna keep tradition going.
Oh, yep, got to have
What
something.
a prediction.
Oh.
Not a
Scoop.
prediction of the game,
No,
but a
but
prediction of a big play
What
that
do you want to
make.
scoop and score, or just a tackle for loss, or
I want us to get an interception, you know.
Ooh.
Well, I know they're not going to throw it, but we're going to shut it down.
Let's
The
ask
run
Coach
game,
Britt. How many times a game do they throw it, Coach Britt?
Like,
Maybe 5.
So 1 out of the 5, he's
One
going to
out of
intercept
5.
the pass.
All right.
we're going
Well,
to shut down the run completely.
they're going to
There
have
you
to
go.
throw it.
Mhm.
They're going to have to throw it. You know, somebody in the district's ahead of you right now for a scoop and score, though.
Yep.
You got to get that back.
Connor?
A play for this game, I want to get like a decleater tackle and force a fumble off of a big hit.
Ooh,
Another
nice.
another hit of the game.
Nice.
Yes,
Hey,
sir. Hit of
I
the
like
game.
it.
Yep.
Brody?
I'd say a 50-yard rushing touchdown or more, and then 1 50-yard passing touchdown or more.
Ooh,
Oh, you're going to get in there for 2 plays, actually.
of 'em.
Instead of just
Yeah.
1. All right, I like that.
And you know what? You can do that.
Coach,
Yeah.
2 plays.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did
I
he?
like
100
it.
yards rushing or 100 total yards?
Rushing.
Really? That's cool. Yeah, that's great. All right, well, good. And the offensive lineman who never gets his name in the paper unless they get a penalty or something against them.
I would say rushing for 300 yards, like if the running backs can run for 300 yards.
Good answer.
That'd be a goal. But, you know, if I get a touchdown, if the running back's right there, I'm a little behind him.
And you fall on
and I get a touchdown, you know, that maybe.
Oh, okay.
And I would have guessed, just looking at this young man, I would have guessed he was going to say, I want about 5 pancake blocks.
Yeah, well,
Because that's what he said. That's where he
That's
wants
right.
to bury
That's
that
where he
nose
was.
guard.
Yeah,
And there's
I
going to be a
multiple.
nose guard over him in
Yeah.
this game.
I
Yep.
got multiple predictions, so that could be one.
There
thing.
you go.
Yeah.
I love it.
all right, Weimer's good. All right.
I love it.
Guys, Coach Britt, everybody, thanks for coming. Thanks for coming out. Sorry we couldn't do more of these shows this year. We'd have had y'all all on more. Seniors, best of luck to you guys in the future. But all of y'all, best of luck Friday night.
Remember one key: you can't knee a door. Can't leg a door. Or leg a door. Yeah.
What? Okay, we'll talk about that one off air, I guess.
The first show, Blythe. You can't leg a door.
What is Blythe?
The player. Riley that sat here.
Oh. From the first show.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking of a TV show. I'm like, what are you talking about?
You
oh,
can't
yeah.
leg
That's
a door.
Right. Can't leg a door. Okay. Well, guys, best of luck to you. We're going to go ahead and take a commercial break and come back and close this out. Thanks again. Best luck to you.
Yep.
All right. We'll be right back after these messages.
Tondre Gwynn Funeral Home in Castroville, Texas, has been providing funeral services to families in the Medina Valley and surrounding areas for many generations. Tondre Gwynn Funeral Home is proud to support the broadcast by the Medina Valley Broadcast Network for the athletes and students participating in this event. Go Panthers! Tondre Gwynn Funeral Home, Castroville, Texas. You may view obituaries at Tondre, Tondre-Gwynn, Guinn.com, or visit the Facebook page of Tondre Gwynn Funeral Home to view funeral. Sammy's Restaurant and Havy's Alsatian Bakery, two legendary landmarks in Castroville. From breakfast to delicious hometown lunch specials and more, Sammy's satisfies your taste buds with the unique flavor of Castroville. And from fresh baked breads to pies and pastries, South Texans have made Havy's Alsatian Bakery a must to visit since 1940. Sammy's Restaurant, online at sammysrestaurant.com. Havy's Alsatian Bakery, online at havysbakery.com.
Dodson House Moving and Construction is a fourth-generation company operated by the same family for over 75 years. We do turnkey work from moving your structure, setting the foundation, and all your construction needs. Aluminum decking, concrete work, canopies, and any other need to make your project operational. From moving to construction, large or small, Dodson House Moving and Construction does it all. Located at 12939 Southwest Loop 410 in San Antonio. Give us a call at 210-628-1459.
Nobody can design, create, or maintain your lawn better than 3D Landscaping and Irrigation. With over 17 years of experience, owner Ray Doyen and his crew take pride in their craftsmanship and service. They're fully insured, offer free estimates and multiple references, so you know you're getting the best. 3D does landscaping, lawn maintenance, irrigation, tree installation, lighting, and more. Whether it's residential or commercial, 3D Landscaping and Irrigation has you covered. Give 3D a call at 830-985-9115 or find us online at threedlandscaping.com.
Welcome back to Sports for Supper. Just finished out with football and Coach Britt. Wishing them well. It's always great to I always love talking a little football with these guys, you know.
And I enjoyed the volleyball also.
Yeah, volleyball. It's always fun talking
Grace
to
and Abby.
Grace and Abby and Coach Perez. I mean, just a great group of kids. I mean, you know, Medina Valley, you know, there's a lot of negativity in the world, and, you know.
It's great to hear something positive.
And we're just, you know, we're spitting out good kids around here still. And it's always great to have them out here and great to talk to them and great to talk to the coaches who are spending most of the time with them, right? You know, during football season, during volleyball season, during their sport, those coaches spend more time with those kids than the parents do. You know, and there's this old saying in education, in loco parentis, means when the parents aren't there, we're the parents. You know,
yep.
And they truly do care about these kids, and you know, and a lot of that, like with Kara Garcia, you know, you can tell with Disa when you talk to Coach Griggs about Kara Garcia, you know, that her eyes just swell up, and you know, we all want so much for Kara to be to make a full recovery, and you know, the latest I've heard is that she was up and tossing a basketball around the other day, and starting to talk more, and you know, just every day, every week, you know, the progress is slow, but it is progress,
yep.
And so that's the main thing with her right now. So, but anyway, it's just a great community. It's a great community to raise your family in. You know, it's a great community to retire in, if you know, which I'll be doing in a couple of months. It's a great community to be born and raised in, like Maury. Just a great place to be. Friday night, we will have a broadcast. Maury and Jared will be back Friday night. Dwayne Garza will be on the camera, but y'all will be set up outside. So I'm gonna recommend that y'all take a canopy because there, like Coach Britt said, there's a 50% chance of rain. So take a canopy with you. Hope you don't have to use it, but just have it just in case. We will apply to the UIL for the broadcast of both the football playoff game, which is still more than 2 weeks
Couple
away.
of weeks.
The volleyball game Tuesday night at Bernie Champion High School will be at 7 o'clock against New Braunfels Canyon. We will apply for that game. We will have a broadcast, either video or audio, one way or the other.
Or both.
So a lot of good things happening.
Yep.
Cross country. Talked to Coach Bull about all the different things that are happening. Golf, all the spring sports. Spring's the busiest time of the year. Maury and I will be on the call again for softball this year. Jared and Dwayne and different people will be doing baseball. Just looking forward to continuing what we do. I know that we ran into some technical difficulties along the way this year. Had a lot to do with our hotspots. Hotspots get old, just like your phones. So we did upgrade. We do have a new hotspot that we are using this evening. It's not a hotspot. What do you call these things? It's a cradle point. We have a cradle point. We kind of spent a little bit more money and got a little bit more advanced. Didn't work initially tonight, though, but we did get on as soon as we could. Thanks to Sammy's, thanks to Ann Duran over here at Sammy's and the Sureheart family for allowing us to come in. Thanks to Maury for being here. We hope to have another show some point of the year, maybe introduce spring sports or something. But until then, and until Friday night, any other comments?
God bless.
God bless everybody, and I will say, get out and vote, whichever way you vote.
Doesn't matter. Just
go vote.
Out
It's
and
your
vote.
patriotic duty, man. There's people.
Do your duty.
People that shed blood and tears and sweat for the opportunity to have the freedom to get out there and have these discussions and have the opportunity to vote. So get out there and vote, and wish all the candidates well.
Absolutely.
All right, so we're going to close it out. For that, I'm Jeff Stivers, Maury Stein. We'll see ya.